How did you like the first night of the Romanian Film Festival?
Well, um, I, I think it's very interesting and it was very moving, especially the film that I saw just now. I came to see this film, the reenactment.
Had you heard about it before?
No, actually, I didn't. My I have a friend who had organized the festival, and I said I would be interested in coming and watching, knowing a lot more about it.
Okay, will you come back for the following nights?
Not necessarily. I came specifically to see this film.
Okay, great. Cum vi se pare prima seară a festivalului?
Foarte interesantă și sperăm să puteți vedea mai multe filme.
Ce v-a plăcut în seara asta în mod deosebit?
Mi-a plăcut filmulețul scurt,
De ce?
poate pentru că l-au înțeles mai bine.
So, how did you like the first night of the Romanian Film Festival?
I thought the film from 1968 was very, very good, very thought-provoking, and it was clear why the film was banned for 22 years.
Can you give a why do you think it was banned?
I think because it shows something maybe of the absurdity of the bureaucratic system and the way by which justice is enacted. It also has an explicit anti-political message in the form of the professor.
What are your expectations for the next 2 days in regards to film festival?
I mean, I think it'll be fascinating. I would like to come to more, but unfortunately there are a lot of conflicts. But that said, there is supposed to be a kind of, or people have articulated a kind of flourishing of filmmaking in Romania. So it's nice that we are able to finally see these films in a pocket, in a sort of concentrated selection to compare and contrast and get an idea of the sort of topography.
Had you seen any Romanian film before?
It's possible. I study cinema, but I had not seen these films before. So.
So what do you think or feel after the first night of the Romanian Film Festival?
Well, only two films, so very different. One is the feature film, of course, is made in '68, so it really recalls a lot of the protest films that were made in Hungary, Czechoslovakia. In some ways similar, in some ways more. This one was more disturbing, or more anarchic, and that was the strength of it. But the thought I had was that really what's interesting is that Romania and the Czechs and the Slovaks and the Hungarians and the Yugoslavs are all sharing this corner of the world, and they are so different, and yet they have so much in common historically, and certainly in terms of the last 50 or 60 years. And then the first film was absolutely delightful. Again, representing Romanian reality, but in a very funny way, but yet showing the reality of punks and street gangs and the incredible conflict. But that's the way that often films work best, when they show both the reality in a humorous way.
Can you tell us more about your insight into the Romanian society?
Well, I'm very much of an outsider because I hardly know it, but I wouldn't pretend to know that. But I do see the Romanian experience as very much in the Central European context. That as I say, all of these nations and very different cultures have had a similar history for the last 1,000 years, but really, especially in the last 50 or 100 years, so that the role of authority, it was kings at the beginning of the 20th century, it was popular uprisings afterwards, strong communist movement, fascist movement, going through World War II, and then fighting against the repression, political and artistic, during the Stalinist period and the post-Stalinist period. And so in that, it is interesting to look at the Romanian films and to compare them, for me anyway, with the Czech, Polish, Hungarian films that were being made.
I guess I'll ask you more about this in the following nights when we have more comparison.
That's right, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.